Hello, YouTube modeling community. This is Rusty Rotor with a mail call Monday. I promise we will get back into the mental Mondays probably right after the first of the year. That'll give me a little more time to finish up. I got like two and a half that I've started and I've made notes for. I just need to finish them up. But we will get back into the swing of that. Shop cards. I just want to let you guys know I've not forgotten about anybody. There was a lot of shop cards I still owe out to people. I still have your addresses. Everything's golden. There's been a hiccup. My niece has gone. I don't know what's going on with her. So I've asked my other niece, my editor, to design a new shop card for us. And she's, I guess, starting on them today. So, I'm going to take a little while to make sure they're right. And then we'll get those and we'll get them out right away. So just, keep your fingers crossed. Be patient. They are coming. So in today's mail call, we're going to start off with mail. We received this from our good friend, Mark Batson, Hobbydoo 007. We pretty much get one of these every year since I've been on YouTube anyway, so this is like the second one. His beautiful build, it was at Acme last year. Get this box going down all the way. Thank you, Mark, for all the kind words. His lovely wife, Amanda, also. I've met her twice at Acme. Merry Christmas to you, brother. Merry Christmas to everybody out there. And I do say Merry Christmas and not Happy Christmas. That's just me. That's what I stand for, and that's how I was raised. It's Happy Easter. It's Merry Christmas. Happy Thanksgiving. That's just the way it's raised. You can say it either way, but I say Merry Christmas. So, from the bottom of my heart and from all my family, Merry Christmas to everybody out there. I'm trying to work on a Christmas special edition type thing, and try to make it a tradition where we do it every year. I don't know if I'm going to be able to close it up and have it ready this year, but we're definitely working on something like that. I am horrible about getting Christmas cards. It's this time of the year I'm super, super busy, more so than not, and with the addition of a new grandson, our oldest son, closing on their new house. They just had a house built, and he's super close now. He's only about 3 miles away from me. So, with all that going on, I just not had extra time. Doctor's appointments, you know it. You know the routine. The second, I want to shout this gentleman out. If you remember back a couple of videos when I made the announcement on the Cutlass that I'm doing for Jay's Miniscale Garage, the decal went, bleh, it just puked all over me when I put it on. All that work. So I recently tore out those screens, cut new mesh, installed the new mesh, and I'm going to say this right. Let me get my glasses on, guys. My cat eyes. And I've got to go to the eye doctor. I need new glasses. I don't like wearing these things. When I look goofy, but I am goofy, so. Mr. Terry Van Perry's. I hope I said your name right, Terry. Outstanding gentleman. Stepped up. Had an extra decal, and he sent it to us. It took about 2 or 3 weeks longer than it should have, but it's holiday season, so the mail's, of course, running behind. But we did receive it. Show it to you guys. It's a super tiny decal. I love the way he packaged it. It's a great way to ship it and make sure it's secure. I thank you, Terry, that you were able to help out. It is the one little piece. That's all that's left to put on the Cutlass. And I think what we're going to do to avoid it, I don't like the blue backing on this, so we are again going to cut a little tiny sheet of styrene. We may even actually use a little piece of aluminum. And we will affix the decal to that and then affix that to the grill. It's going to be probably about another week. There's some illnesses in Jay's family, so he's not able to come down yet to to get it. We may even do a little video when he does come down to pick it up. It'll be the first time him coming to my shop. We've usually met in a neutral spot over the past few years. We've really, developed a really good friendship. Jay, I consider Jay one of my close personal friends. Big Will, Fred Henry, the list goes on. Old Tom, of course, and Brad, and their lovely wives, Jeff. They're just a ton of people. BG I finally got to meet. It's just a ton of people I've got to meet within the community, and they're outstanding people. I've met Matthew now twice, both times at Acme. It's always great to get to see him and his wife, Miss Heather, and their daughter. And this year I think he brought both of his daughters. So it's always a great thing to when you go to a show and you've talked to these people and you've talked to them, and if they're on YouTube and you've watched their videos and you actually get to meet them in person, it's kind of like a little celebrity moment. We're not celebrities, but we are out here and putting our faces on the interwebs, and it's just great to get to meet all these people and hang out with them and talk to them, and you get to know them and you develop friendships with them. That's the cool part about all of it. So again, Terry, thank you. The build is complete now. Now that we have that, so we'll put that over there with that. Terry, I will keep you on my mailing list. I will get you a shop card out as soon as they come in. Also, the next thing is everybody's heard about them. I talked about this back right after Acme. Splash paints. I've dealt with splash paints for 7 years. I've loved their paints from the very beginning. I was a firm believer in their clear coats. I never had any issues with splash paints whatsoever. As long as you take the appropriate steps, their finishes come out beautiful. The only issue I had was with the clear coat. The hardener would either harden up on me, or the clear coat would get so like gummy and tacky, then you mix it up and it wouldn't set right. I've had some issues with the clear coat, so I've avoided their clear for about a year now. I'm using an automotive-based 2K. You guys heard me talk about it's Acme brand. For what I paid for the clear coat, it was like $21 after shipping and everything. Three orders of that paid for my quart of clear coat that'll last me pretty much probably the rest of my life, unless I really step up my game on the amounts of builds that I do a year. But I don't always use 2K on a finish. And MCW Paints has accomplished that for me. Following Matthew's steps, the way he does it at model car videos, he's a good one to watch for his mixing techniques and the way he goes about spraying MCW. Everybody has their own methods, and I just found that, watching Matthew and the steps he went through to achieve the finishes he was achieving was kind of comforting to me, to know that I can get that nice shiny look that I like without really having to work with clear coats. And it's all in the ratio of hardener that you put in the MCW paint, and you can achieve that nice shine with minimal work afterwards. Sometimes no work. But as far as colors go, there's really only 3 companies I use consistently, and that's Splash, Tropical Glitz, and MCW. I was a Tamiya fan, then I kind of grew out of them. Now if I buy Tamiya paints, it's all decanted, or I reduce it down and make it airbrush ready, no matter what their colors are, unless I'm just brush painting. So enough about all that. So when we went to the show, Splash did not have wheel colors, and that's kind of where I was at. Good on colors for the bodies and everything else. I'm really, I've got my engine colors, interior colors, I've got body colors. I'm kind of good on all that. Now we need to stock up on some wheel colors, because I've always just either done, chrome or aluminum or black. And, some of the builds I've got different colors. I gotta get these paints in order to achieve this. Now, yeah, I could probably mix them down, but sometimes it's just easier to buy a thing of paint and be done with it all, not custom mixing and all that. If I'm doing a body color certain, variant I'm looking for, I will mix paint then. So we ordered the bronze. I'm going to name these off, and then I'll show you the paints and everything else. This is TE Bronze SKU SPW-02. I'll show you a little picture they give you, and you can see how it's worded. That's the number. There's the price, $8.99. Splash has come up a few bucks on their paints. They are 30 milliliters is what you're getting. You know, really at the end of the day, Tropical Glitz at $9, just a penny or 51 cents more, and I'm getting 4 or 2 ounces. It's a better deal. But there's a lot of splash paint I still like, and I'll still continue to purchase it and buy it because I've had good results with them. I like them, and they constantly update and get new colors. So let me find the bronze. Here it is. Bronze. You kind of see the color there at the bottom. There is a glare in here. There we go. That's a little bit better. It's not mixed up, but you know, a lot of these projects, especially some of the newer ones we had coming out this year, the wheels are bronze on the car. So I needed to get this. It's great, you know, they're all sealed up, they're, you know, they are what they are. The next one is BBS Gold. Everybody's familiar with that. It kind of made its debut on the BMWs around between 82 and 84, I believe. Everybody fell in love with it. It's fantastic. Believe it or not, Krager, back in the 80s, had a 5-spoke Krager. Like everybody loved the chrome 5-spoke, you know, or chrome Kragers. They also had a gold Krager 5-spoke. There was an old Chevelle that ran down through town. It was a hot rod root beer brown metallic. It had gold stripes. It had a tan interior, and it had gold 5-spoke Kragers on it. And it was semi-tub, not fully tub, but semi-tub. Had big 50 series slicks on the back of it, little thin bike tires in the front. It was a mean car. It was a true SS. They just changed the colors, but you know, the options were starting to come really wild and valuable. With rims in white, black. They weren't very popular, but they were kind of floating around out there. Everybody still loved the aluminum and the chrome look. So, and the billet look was making its debut. So, you know, you have all that. But the BBS Gold, find it here. It's a metalizer, it says, BBS Gold SPM-16. Again, a beautiful color. We do have a build coming up that requires this color for the wheels. I can tell you right now, it's a 69 Charger. And the wheels, you've already seen. Those were ones I had custom made by Ryan Jones. One set will get this color. One set will be black. And one set is bronze. So, you know. And we'll jump lines here. This they had on clearance. It's their Essential Jet Black ES-018. It's just a black. It's great for wheels, interiors, you name it. It on the interior, it gives a little bit of like a leathery look to it. It's just all around a good color. It's jet black. That's the color. It's ready to spray. You know, all the essentials there. Our next color is an automotive series, Kilimanjaro White SP-378. I would love to get sponsored by Splash or Tropical Glitz. I've got more ideas on paint jobs than I do builds. You know, I see a color and then I see a tires and wheels. I'm like, cool. You know, this is a good basic white. It's not bright white. It's not like an antique white. It's like in between. It's a nice, I don't want to say creamy, but it's a nice option for white. And I've got some two-tone paint jobs coming up. This is going to be perfect for that. Same as interior and a set of wheels. So, you know, you guys, when you start doing your research for a build, and decide what colors you need. You know, the first few things I buy, if the wheels got to be custom ordered, I get that done first. That way I know those are being made. I got time. I get my paints ordered if I need any. The body color paint ordered. And then I start shopping my aftermarket parts. What do I already have? What do I need to get? What am I going to scratch build? Scratch build, I make a list. And then I collect the materials. And here's a good example. This is the villain build coming up. And you can see, I use little tiny Ziploc baggies. There's the air ride system in one. There's the mufflers in another. I start putting all my parts in baggies. And then they go in the box with the build. And then when I have everything together, and I know I got the paints, I got everything I need, it's just a matter of what's up next on the bench. Then I can get started on it because I know I have everything. I can get completely done with that build. There's always a little, what if I added something, or what if part I may need to make, buy, whatever, or color paint. So yeah, everybody knows I told you there's another Mopar in the mix this year. There's actually two more. One I already have the paint for, so it's not a big deal. And I have the wheels and tires for it as well. But the Challenger I'm building, that our good friend Ernest is designing the hood scoop and the chin spoiler for it. It is going to be Hell Raisin. It's a purple color. This will be the base coat. I have a candy to go over top of this. This is SP-156. This is in their automotive lines also. It is a true Mopar color. Beautiful. I mean, shaking this up doesn't do it any justice, really, guys, through the plastic and the glare in the shop. But just look it up on Splash's website. You'll find that up here, and you'll be amazed. If you've never perused through Splash's paint options, you definitely need to do it. They have a clearance area. Go to the clearance area, check it out. They have some discount sales on things. You can pick up some things and save a few bucks. That balling on the budget, where you're expecting to pay $9, as in that black I paid $4.99. So you can get a half off type deal, and get lucky. You might find the color you need on clearance. So yeah, we got that. And then our last color, one of the trucks this year, I've been putting it off. I do have the kit. We'll be using the Foose pickup truck kit. Tires and wheels were made by Ryan Jones. The wheels will be bronze. Actually, it may be two-toned. I may be mixing a little of the gold with the bronze to get more of the shade. Either one is really close, but maybe combining the two a little bit might be a thing we have to do. This is automotive base paint. This is Oak Green, SP259. This is an absolutely beautiful green. I forget what manufacturer. Let's see, where's that? Oak Green. Looks like it may be a Porsche color. Again, it's going to be hard to see, but it is a beautiful green. It's not so dark as like British or pine green. It's a lighter shade of that, and it's going to be perfect for the build. It's another truck that is on air ride. It is a very low riding truck. The interior is a dark brown leather. It will require switching out the bench seat. I have a 3D version of that. The door panels will be modified to match the seat, and carpeting, so on and so forth. It's not a big, huge build. We're not going real crazy under the hood. We'll probably just use the kit engine, but it's adding the tires and wheels, dropping the suspension down a little bit, type thing. And when we get ready, we'll review that build, and you guys will get to see all my thoughts and more ideas on what I'm doing with it, and my inspiration pictures of it, and you'll get a better understanding of what I'm talking about. So yeah, we got six bottles of paint. Yeah, 6 bottles of paint from Splash. So always great to get that stuff. You can't go wrong. Another thing, we had started on the villain. We will do an update on it here soon. You can kind of see I got the body out. I've got some sub-assemblies done. Most of all the body work is done. This was a 5-window truck. The real truck is only 3. So we used the kit glass and filled it in, and we puttied around and now it's all smooth. The first coat of primer will reveal anything more I need to do, and we will do it because it has to be like it was just a 3-window truck. So, that's kind of where we're at with it. We'll probably get this washed sometime this week, and we'll get it into the first coat of primer. That way we can continue on with the body work. The rest of our parts are here. Thank you to Iceman Collection. His website will be up here. You guys, if you see something and it says out of stock, make sure that you're following along the newsletter and you're following him on Instagram or Facebook. And both those links will be up here somewhere. And he notifies everybody when stuff's being restocked. And it's usually always Saturday morning. So make sure you're paying attention and you can get in there and get what you need. Because what I needed was out of stock. And I contacted him. He said, hey, I'll be restocking that this weekend. Just be watching and you should have no problems. And he was right. I was watching. There was no problems. Joel always ships primarily everything on the supports. And he used to not do that, but then there was problems. Pieces were getting broken or lost or whatever. So he started leaving them on the supports. Very easy to remove his stuff from the supports. Just be patient. Don't get in a hurry. And you won't have no problems. But this one is full of the parts. The front suspension parts. Airbags, you can see. The rear airbags. Sorry, guys. The calipers and the rotors. The fuel cell. And the rear diff with the 4-link on it. Everything here I need for the villain, for this thing to sit right on its belly. Very little I'll have to do to the bed to get this thing to sit right, and that's a good thing. The drop frame I had was a little too boxy. It's more for the newer trucks, so it didn't work. So we had to go the route of getting one. I could have bought a file if my printer was working. My son's been super busy, so I've not been, hampering him. This frame will have to be cut to fit the wheelbase, but the way his frames are designed, you're cutting in here somewhere, and this thing is keyed to fit right back over. Glue it. I always like to come back and drill from the back side and put little pins in. That adds extra strength to it. You just got to use those little micro drill bits I've showed you. You find those on Amazon. I don't know if the link will be up here or not, but you guys know what I'm talking about. You've seen them enough. You probably have them yourself. But you can just see how easy that just overlaps on there. And you can come through the backside here and drill a little hole here. Drill a hole here, and there, and just push a little pin down into it. I use the little, here they are. Okay, you get these at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Little sewing push pins. It's got the little head on them. I drill a hole. I push that in there, and I cut it off flush. And I take a little metal file, and I file it down until it's nice and smooth. And a little dab of putty, and you never know that it was there. And now your frame's reinforced, and you won't ever have to worry about it, coming apart. This this frame is flat, so it works out perfectly. It does have an upper and lower control arm. The detail is very rich, very nice. Has room in here for you to put your engine mounts. He had those, and I didn't get them, so I'll have to scratch build mine. It's not a big deal. It's a super easy thing. It just requires a little styrene, and I'll get my engine mounts made. They're wide open for whatever kind of exhaust you want to run. Any detail underneath, you got plenty of room to do it. The C-notch in the back is detailed, has bolt details. We will probably, they're prominent, but not prominent enough. We'll probably add some of those aftermarket ones I have to make those more detailed. And then the fuel cell fits right in the back here. We'll add a filler neck right up through the bottom of the bed, and we shaved off the detail off the side of the cab where the gas filler would be, and we'll use that cap on the very top of the filler cap for the villain. I want to light this up. I've still not figured out a way to do so yet, but we will. It'll just take some time, but we can start moving forward with the progress on this. So look forward to some updates on this coming. It won't be done by the end of this year, but we're going to be well into it. It should be a a cut and dry build. The tires and wheels were designed by Ryan Jones. The air ride was designed by Ernest. Iceman Collections he didn't provide. I paid for this. The suspension and frame. The kit I traded with Mr. Ledford, Leadhead Customs. You find his website up here, or his YouTube page. Another great builder. I admire him for the way he builds, and he's turned into a pretty good friend too. I've met him twice now down at Acme, along with a lot of other people. I can't say enough. And he's helped me out of some pickles in the past, and sure he will as the roads face us and we head down them. Always put your parts back in there, that way you don't lose them. And Joel always sends you a nice little sticker for your shop. He's updated them now, they're newer, so we got a newer sticker we can put on the fridge or somewhere else. I've got stickers everywhere, buttons and pins, and he always sends you a little something in there when you order from him. But same as Ryan Jones, just be patient. Always be checking his website. Again, it's usually Saturday mornings. Everything's updated, restocked, what is currently available, and it comes in a nice secure box, bubble wrapped. I've never received anything broken or damaged. I've heard people that they have, and it's a shame. It's not a reflection on him. It's probably more like a reflection on the mail company, the way they throw this stuff around. So I hope you like that stuff. And a little keynote. We used the AK putty. It worked beautifully. Went on super easy. It dried very quickly. Was sandable in less than 15 minutes. So, I got that on there. I did my first fill, and I resanded it down. So now I'm ready for primer to see what I missed, if anything, where I got to work on it, any more sanding, that type thing, and then we'll be ready for final primer. We will primer in gray, as it is a matte black finish. So we want to be able to see our steps, make sure we're not missing anything. When I say sub-assemblies, we got the bed assembled. I had previous marks from the old frame. These are not current. Bed height is about right where it's probably got to be, which is just right above the rails in here where it normally go. We just set it in there on top, and it, by looking at it, is just about right. Our air ride fits in perfect. Complete replica of what the real truck has. And it's a shame the guy hasn't contacted me back. I'm not asking nothing of him other than maybe a few extra pictures of the interior underneath the hood, a better look at or angle of them. There's none on his page to really get that. Only one that shows the air ride, and Ernest was able to go off that and recreate it, which was great. And there's enough for me to kind of run with it and put my own flair into it. The interior is together. We do have our skull shifter in there. I made the boot from scratch. The boot will be kind of like a semi-gloss, gloss black. The skull head will get weathered and detailed. And the rest of the interior is black. The seat will be a semi-gloss. Everything else will be a matte finish. Door cards will be a semi-gloss. And then we've got to find the steering wheel. I know I have it. I just got to find it. But the seat does flip forward, which is cool. I was thinking about hiding the switch back here. There's just not enough room. We're going to have to get very creative. And we may have to make a faux bed underneath the bed. Just enough space to hide the power box and have the switch in the very back. I do want it hidden. Or I guess I could get creative and make a base and have the switch box underneath the base and have the truck sitting on top of it. That's always an option, kind of like a vignette type look to it. I would love to get a storage container in 1/25th scale, and it would be a perfect vignette because there's pictures of the truck next to storage containers on this page, and it'd be good. I could actually just hide the power switch very easily then. So there's some options here before we get done with it. I have figured out a way for the grill. I've got the chrome stripping right now. And once it's stripped, it looks like it is just about stripped. I'll show you how I do it. I use Purple Power. I put it in a little container like this with a lid, and you can see the parts in there. They're all stripped off. Now I'll leave this this has been in here for about 2 days. I'll probably leave it for another day just to make sure, and then I just sand all the yellow residual off there. As far as those marker lights in the grill, we're going to have to carefully drill around that out, sand it down. We will make a back plate and a clear lens to go over it. We'll paint the inside of it chrome, let that vape out and gas out, and we'll do probably an amber. I don't think the real truck has amber. I think it's clear, but we will do an amber. Those will be the truck's turn signals. So we'll do an amber in the front, and we'll put a little amber LED in behind them to be able to light those up. The rear tail lights, they go up through the rear fenders, and they're like mounted right here, so we will be able to get holes drilled and the wires ran, wires hid, and light up the tail lights. So we'll have headlights, marker lights, or turn signals in the front, and the brake lights in the rear. So we're going a little step further on the LED scene on this one as well. Again, if we can find, or if somebody has an extra storage container that they want to get rid of, I'll be glad to trade for one, whatever. Just let me know, and my email is always down below. That would really finish off what we could possibly do with this, make things a little easier, so on and so forth. Again, we were at 986. We lost one instantly within a day of gaining it. Again, that's YouTube playing with the channel. But we're holding strong at 985. Again, we only need 15 guys to get to that giveaway. And that's what we're really striving for. So, if you enjoy watching these, please pass the word. Get other people involved. Get them subscribed to the channel. It's free. Takes a little time out of their day. And they'll get to see something really cool being done. Some great products. Maybe inspire them to get into the hobby if they're not already in it. Or inspire them for a build down the road. Either way, I thank you to all my past, present, and future subscribers. Again, guys, more good stuff coming. Christmas is always a good time. I usually get gift cards and a gift here and there, and we'll be sharing that with you here on the channel. We're going to get off here and get back into the villain, and we'll have an update for you on that here real soon. Again, subscribe, hit that bell notification. You'll know when that video comes out, as all others. Thank you to my niece Riley for all the great editing she's been doing on the videos. Can't wait to see what she comes up with for a shop card. We may even do stickers. So, we'll see, guys. Again, I hope you're enjoying this. Let me know down in the comments. Guys, keep flooding those comments. That's very important, especially for trying to get this channel where it's going. The thumbs up, the thumbs down, the comments, watching the videos from beginning to end. That all plays a heavy part in what we do here as creators, bringing stuff for you to see. And some people it's driven for financial gain. Some people like me, I'm just trying to build my channel and get it as big and as popular as possible. And the way to do that is, you guys leaving comments and interacting with me that way. Again, my email is always down below. Mark at Hobby Nut Models. Always got great stuff coming out. Check him out. Pick you up a little something. Those pennies on the dollar, it goes to where I can say, okay, I got enough for shipping now. I can purchase something and bring it to the channel. We can build it. You guys get to take a look at it. It may interest you. It may not. It's one of those things, but it all helps, guys. And Ryan Jones, MGSF, he's got some new stuff out. Mufflers for should have done my research better for a certain car, but go check out MGSF. He's always trying to come up with something creative to add that little touch of detail to your build. He's got some new stuff coming out after the first of the year. Mind blowing, at least to me. This guy, it is. So you guys stay tuned. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one. This is Rusty Rotor. I'm out.